Might just stay in, since you're already there, go ahead and stay in just so you can kind of turn the wheels and stuff.
Maybe, I mean, because the angle, you see that concrete.
Oh yeah,
I'm
you
like stuck.
slid right up against that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have tow hooks on the front of it?
No.
No? Okay.
I have my...
What's up, guys? We're in the Jeep today. We're on our way to an off-road recovery over in like the Surfside area. There's supposed to be a F-150 that's at the kayak launch, the Drum Bay kayak launch. And he's slid off into, there's like a really deep hole, and I guess he took too wide of a turn or something and slid off into it. Supposedly he's had somebody try to help him out earlier and they couldn't get him, but they were just in like a Toyota Tacoma, and how he's set up, unless they have like some kind of kinetic rope or something, like they're not going to get this thing out just by hitting it, I don't think. So it's possible it can be done with a kinetic rope, but I'm really thinking this can be more of a winch recovery. So we're getting in the Jeep right now and we're headed over there to see if we can't help and get him out. Alright, so we are pulling up now. You can see the F-150 crossways in front of us there. He said a Toyota Tacoma tried to pull him out a little bit earlier and couldn't. The picture that he sent me said he could see it was pretty stuck, so I'm kind of thinking this might be a more of a winching job than a kinetic recovery, but we'll see what it looks like here in just a second. Going off the pictures, you only get part of the information from it. So, and this is the kayak launch for Drum Bay, and there's like a little washout there. It's got some water and stuff in it. He found him a soft spot there. Let's jump out here and see what we got before we get too far into this. How's it going?
Right.
Yeah, I bet so. A little deeper than you expected, or what?
Yeah, I mean, I've gone back and forth through there. I guess they just got softer.
Yeah, no, this is a kind of a bad spot.
The idiot took a freaking wide turn. Usually, like up right here.
Just right there.
Yeah.
It happens. What was his name?
Sam.
Dustin.
Dustin.
Oh, right. Yeah. Let me, I guess I'm just going to kind of back in right there.
Yeah, I had a little
Tacoma.
Yeah, Toyota Tacoma.
You can see he was just kind of,
yeah,
he kind of he had like a little short strap or what?
Yeah.
I have a kinetic rope too. I thought about trying to just pop it out of there, but I think I'm gonna.
Chains, but
nah, I don't use chains. Last thing I've got the kinetic ropes that would actually stretch. That would probably do this, but I'm just gonna winch it out just to kind of be safe. So, put your tailgate up. That way I'm gonna have to get to your hitch down there. Put my little shackle point in there. So let me back in over here, and we'll be done here in just a second. All right. Yeah, I'm thinking winching's gonna be the trick, because there ain't very much room behind it to get much of a pull on. Especially if I'm going to put a 30-foot or 20-foot kinetic rope on there, and I'm liable to be off in the water there. There ain't very much room behind him. Call that about good. I need set my brakes. Get my winch mode turned on. Winch remote.
How does the wind feel? Just the weight of the vehicle?
Yeah, I'd say what I'm probably going to do is I have a set of wheel chocks that I put down too that'll kind of go down into the ground, and then it'll kind of anchor me, you know. Yeah, I've got a YouTube channel. If you look up towtruckdustin on YouTube, that's my channel.
I won't show my wife today. I'll show her like 2 weeks from now.
Right, be like, hey, you.
Yeah, 2 weeks from now, I'll tell her like, oh yeah,
I forgot all about this.
Yeah. Over there.
That's funny. Right.
You said it was what?
Look up towtruck_Dustin is my channel. Chances are if you type in tow truck, it'll probably pull me up.
Name Dustin.
Dustin with a D.
Oh, Dustin.
Yeah.
Oh, there. Yeah, it came up.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they saw that too.
Yep. I'm gonna try this single line first. Need one of my soft shackles.
Bumps are waiting here all night.
Right.
God.
I hope somebody comes through here.
Yeah.
Especially on a Thursday. If it was a weekend, this wouldn't be
Today's the exact reason why there's nobody here.
right.
But there's, yeah, I work backwards. I would have came on a weekend and everybody would.
Right. Now you would have had several people here with trucks that could have helped you.
Yeah, ain't nobody trying to pull over and something like that.
Well, here you're pretty far off the road, so not even,
Yeah.
unless you just happen to be looking, you don't even see it, you know.
Tacoma,
Uh huh.
I walked through the road.
It was like, hey.
Yeah, but I was already like half an hour of kind of, and then down the older dude and yeah.
Yeah.
Sometimes you gotta say for all the things.
Yes, sir. Let me winch myself up on top of my chocks.
We're gonna record it?
Yeah, you're good. I'm just kind of winching myself up here real quick. I gotta get myself up on top of those chocks first.
What do you weigh?
What's that?
What do you weigh here with that Jeep?
It's probably right about 5,000 or so. I haven't actually put it on a scale. I need to.
Those are all mods you made, huh?
Yeah, no, I bought it completely bone stock, and
Oh, Oh, did you?
Yeah, I bought.
That's all you.
Yeah, no, I bought it. I bought it bone stock and did this here. See how my chocks kind of dig in there?
Oh, yeah.
Now I'm gonna lock all 4 brakes. Okay.
Well, you want me to put her in neutral?
Yeah, go ahead and throw her in neutral. Yeah, I wouldn't.
No reverse, no nothing, right?
Yeah, no, I wouldn't even turn it on with it being down in the water like that. I just throw her in reverse, and if it seems like it gives us too much trouble, I might get you to put it in reverse. But we're gonna try to avoid that if we can. Might just stay in, since you're already there. Go ahead and stay in just so you can kind of turn the wheels and stuff. There we go. All right, go ahead and straighten your wheels up. Turn driver. Right there, perfect. Go ahead and straighten them up a bit more. Turn driver. Yeah, driver. Right there. Go ahead and throw it back in park. You're up on the hard ground now, so.
There's no way nobody's gonna pull me out of
No, it's that when they're stuck like that, right, the suction and you're high centered, you know, the best way to think about it is like whenever your tires are like all the way up to the axles, like you're pulling, the force is basically the weight of the truck. You have to be able to defeat that. The only way you're going to do that is with a kinetic rope or a winch. And you go out there and start yanking on stuff, and that's when you start, that's when you start putting stress on stuff that ain't supposed to have that much stress.
Yeah.
Because I used to have a kinetic calculator. Like the kinetic ropes I use, they're good for like 33,000 pounds. Around like 33,000 pounds, depending on what size you're using. And if you hit the rope with like a Jeep at like, it was like 10 or 15 mile an hour, you have like way over exceeded the amount of that. You think about
So that's taking the
right. Well, this would, this pin is what that's now. You go and start really, yanking on the hitches. If you're just using like a factory toe point, those factory toe points aren't rated for that. Like you go and start actually yanking on stuff, especially with chains. Where there ain't no give on nothing. You start overloading stuff real quick. But
yeah, there was nothing but that was gonna. There ain't no other pickup truck.
No,
you to get that
with that little bit of space, like you would have. By the time you would have got something rolling, the truck would have been in the water anyways. Set that here. Let me back up off my chocks here real quick. See how much pressure them shocks had on them?
Oh yeah. What did you rev up whenever you put it in park? What was it? Was that the winch?
Huh? No, I have a the Jeeps have this. It's not a programmer, but it's a thing. It's called a taser. It plugs into the OBD2 port, and it just holds the RPM up for me.
Oh, okay.
Because if you don't, it puts a bunch of strain. You're basically just pulling off the battery. You give it a little bit of extra.
Oh, okay.
You give it the alternator will, because it's an electric winch, so it'll help.
Oh, okay. So
it'll help. It'll help hold the electrical strain that winch puts on it. Because like one of my wreckers, they're hydraulic winches. So you don't have to do that. It's hooked basically to the transmission at that point. The electric winches don't work like that.
Yeah. Gonna have to get some undercarriage freaking wash.
Yeah, no, you're definitely gonna want to wash that thing now. Cool.
Shit, appreciate you, man.
No problem.
Heck yeah.
Go catch some fish now.
Yeah, no fucking go.
Yeah. Yes, sir. And we got him out and back onto hard ground so he can finish his day. So I don't know if looks like he's picking up his kayak now, but I guess he's already been out fishing. But he's been out there for apparently quite a little bit. He ended up having to go, and he walked down to the road and flagged somebody down, and that's who tried to pull him out with the Tacoma, and he didn't have any luck with that one, which is, especially they just looked like they had a little short straps on because there wasn't hardly no space between, or probably they might have been using the chain he was talking about, I don't know, but definitely was not going to move that truck with a Tacoma and a chain. That was going to need either a good run with a kinetic rope, probably could have done that, but winching was kind of that was one of those ones where that was a winch recovery. You know, you probably could have went out there and just smoked it a couple times with a kinetic rope and probably moved it, but the amount of stress that you're going to have to do to actually do that is, you know, kind of like we're talking, like well exceeding the mechanical limits of a lot of stuff there. So that was one of them ones where that was best done with a winch. Anyways, I'm gonna go ahead in this one here. It's about to get pretty noisy in the Jeep with these big tires, so hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all would, subscribe, like, and share. We'll see y'all on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys. Alright, we're back. I just barely made it home and got another call kind of in the same area. We're actually out in Parker's Cut now, for those of you that are familiar with the area, which is kind of north of Surfside. Instead of going over the intercoastal, it's like right kind of more in the Oyster Creek area, which is kind of like a long dead-end little road that kind of leads onto a island that people go and fishing, kind of like a little fishing spot. So it just literally just goes in and makes a loop and comes back out. The customer called and said that they're in a two-wheel drive F-150 and so they're not really bad stuck. They just don't have any traction and can't get themselves out. So they said somebody else tried to pull them out earlier, and they've now slid back and they're kind of against a concrete culvert, and their truck is brushed up against the culvert apparently. So not sure if we're gonna have to slide it over, like winch it over, or if we can just pull it forward. He said we could probably pull it forward. Not really sure what it looks like. It's normally pretty muddy out there. We had a bunch of rain yesterday. Like it literally rained pretty hard all day yesterday, so might be kind of interesting. We'll see what we up against here in just a minute. So I can see him waving at us up ahead there. Let's see. There's a truck. I'm just gonna pull in over here. I could probably drive around him. Oh, truck's over there in the grass. I was looking at this Toyota over here. He's way off over there. Let me pull up here and we're gonna walk it out. Oh. How's it going?
Good, how are you?
Not too bad. Dustin.
Nolan.
So you said probably go around front, probably be the best?
I think the front, it seems, at least to me, more muddy, but it's not puddles like this.
Yeah, like not all
But,
holes and
like,
stuff.
Maybe, I mean, because you see that concrete.
Oh yeah,
I'm,
you
like, stuck.
slid right up against that.
Yeah.
Okay. Do you have tow hooks on the front of it?
No.
No? Okay.
I have my
Walk around
hitch.
this way. Hitch.
Has
Yeah.
like a
Right. Yeah. No.
spot in it.
Worst guy can probably go to your control arm or something on the
Oh, yeah.
on the
But
front.
the front, at least, I mean,
Yeah, it definitely looks a lot better
it does.
going that way.
I think up around the turn though, it definitely.
Yeah. No. It's.
I mean, I no doubt though with that thing.
Oh yeah. No. I can get in here. Yeah. Yeah, it's a little muddy, but it ain't. I would rather go that way than drag you back through all that. So, yeah, I don't see any tow hooks. Yeah, let me back in here real quick, and I'll get you out here in just a minute. Now that's on recovery. Okay. We'll get 4 low here. Had to put a call in. We got a tow to go do after we get done with this recovery here. Pretty good little mud hole there. Before I get too far into this, I'm gonna switch to my mud boots. Already walked it. Got a little bit muddy. Might as well be ready when I get in there. Caught it right. Get out of that rut there so I can get facing the right way here. Close enough. Oh. Let's see.
You think it'll work going up like that?
What's that?
Going out that way?
Oh yeah, no, I think that would be way better than trying to bounce you going all the way through that. Because at least this way, like, it's not all rutted up. That's the main thing. I should have grabbed one of my jams. see. Come to this side since it's already turned.
Is there anything we'll need to do, like vent neutral or?
Yeah, you'll just pretty much get in it, and you could probably put in drive, but you shouldn't really have to give it any gas. All right, should be good.
All right.
Yeah, so just go ahead, throw her in drive. You'll want to kind of probably straighten your wheels up a little bit. You're turned pretty hard that way. Just turn just, you know, kind of enough to follow me out. Here we go. And make sure it's not sliding him. Were you sliding over, or were you moving away from it?
I was sliding into the trees.
Okay. Let me try to shorten that rope up a little bit so we can get you around that corner. I was hoping he could get away from that, but he won't. Let me double this up. So we're not really going to be yanking on it too much. It won't really be too big of an issue. Now, if you're going to be trying to do kinetic pulls, you definitely don't want the rope doubled up. Try to get back up a little bit here. Now, that should give us enough room. Perfect. All right. We get this out of here. Hey, can you turn to the passenger side all the way? J-hook out. All right, you're good. Put this up here. Get settled up with him real quick. Let me wash this mud off me real quick. Or I guess you can pull forward some if you need to. Get out of that puddle. You should be free now. There you go. Almost forgot my... Gotta grab my camera.
Okay.
Yeah, you're good.
On YouTube or?
Yeah, if you look up towtruck_Dustin, that's my channel. Actually, it's that on the back, on my back window there. It's that.
All right.
Yeah, just
Oh, I see it.
look that up and
Oh, I saw that right before this when I was looking up.
Really?
Yeah, I saw. I thought it said tow truck Destin.
Nuh-uh,
So
Dustin.
Destin, Florida.
No, Dustin.
All right. Thank you.
No problem. You have a good one. That's cool. Okay. I'm gonna walk back through this mud and grab my camera, 'cause I'm not leaving that out here. You can see, like, it's not super bad. It's just slick. Like, you can see where he was coming through, like, just completely slick. He doesn't have mud tires. You can see where my tire tracks are. Like, it's even, you know, for me spinning, it's how slick it is. But yeah, they went from over there to being out and on their way now. So I'm gonna go ahead and get out of here. Look at, there's a stock like Toyota RAV4 over there looking at the same place these guys just were. Hope they don't try to make it through it, because they definitely won't if a full-size truck didn't. Now, I was slipping and sliding on 43-inch mud tires, so we're gonna go ahead, call this done, put my cameras up and stuff here, get everything cleaned up, change my boots and everything, get the mud off my feet as best I can. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. If y'all would, subscribe, like, and share. We'll see you on the next one. Thanks for watching, guys.